Sometimes I feel that really going into the emotion perpetuates it, and I feel there's this sort of ego perpetuating something going on there. Um, Sometimes I do what Rupert suggests in his yoga meditations of like sampling the substance of it and then seeing it as emptiness and then kind of dissolving my focus on it by, just realizing that it's nothing. But other times, I don't know whether actually really going into the emotion is what's needed. So I'm sort of in these two places.
I totally understand that.
Yeah. And yeah, it's difficult for me to tell.
Yes, I think that's
What, yeah.
I can only speak from my experience. My experience is that it's difficult to tell is how it should be. At times, it's difficult to tell until it's not difficult to tell, you could say. And the way you describe these two approaches, I think that's right too. Sometimes it's a good idea to just let this emotion express itself fully, in the knowledge that it starts out as a very personal, small me emotion, but because your dedication and deepest intention is for the truth. If you allow an emotion, at some point, not always, sometimes you're just going to kind of curl up with your emotion and suck your thumb and it's business as usual, and that's fine, but at another time you will maybe express this emotion having kind of set to the side the story, as you said, and let it kind of unfold as a wave of energy or an expression, a movement, a sound, and it itself will empty itself of the me that is encapsulated within it. It's just a natural trajectory of an expression when it's fully allowed, when it's fully allowed. Usually we don't fully allow it. We're still invested in it as a separate self. But it sounds like you have a very good compass. So at that moment where you know that you're perpetuating, indulging in it, you know it, that you have that option. You're allowed to. Nobody will put you in prison for it, but you know it, and you have the option to experiment. And then when you see that, you have the option. Maybe you don't have the option, but technically, if you really realize that, you have the option to go deeper with the expression, to go all the way, to really, really let the expression purify itself of the me. And I can't tell you what that means. You have to discover that for yourself. Or do the more Rupert approach, which is very important as well, to reestablish the emptiness or the transparency, you could say, of the substance of every experience, not just emotions, and let that take you back to pure presence.
Yeah.
Not paying any attention to the content. But being a woman, I feel it's a very important realm, especially in this day and age. It feels to me like the world at the moment is crying out for something to do with this realm, to do with the instinctual feeling, less rational realm. So it is our task to venture there somehow with our compass, with everything we have, and then gather and ask questions and do our best.
Yeah, it sounds really yeah, sounds really nice to be able to experiment, not for there to be one way.
Yes.
Just to intuitively just see what each one needs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember that there's something called creation, right? You could call it's divine creation. And it's you know, I'm not able to talk about it, but somehow this question that you posed is to do with the reverence towards creation, which of course ultimately is each one of us. It is our essential nature. We are the totality of creation, but there's also this reverence for the for the particularity of creation. In order to really know that, we have to honor this limitation, this play of separation on some level. We have to, I think, we have to really a certain reverence towards that, a certain tasting of that, so that we can taste compassion or humility, or you know, or interconnectedness. You know, we have to kind of participate in this creation.
Thank you.
Welcome, Nicola. Lovely to have you.